Released for the Nintendo 64 in Japan on December 12, 1998 and in North America on November 6, 2000, we have the virtual pet game Hey You Pikachu. Developed by Umbrella and published by Nintendo, Hey You Pikachu is one of the earliest spin-off games in the Pokémon series and one of 2 games in Japan and the only game in North America to make use of the Nintendo 64's VRU, or Voice Recognition Unit. The other game, in case you're curious, is Densha de Go 64, a train driving simulator. In Hey You Pikachu, the player takes control of a child living with their mother in, I'm assuming, Pallet Town, the starting town in the first generation Pokémon games. As the child, you'll receive a Poke Helper from Professor Oak, and in your first outing you'll come across and talk to a wild Pikachu. The game makes use of the VRU in order for you to talk to Pikachu as shown in the video example. Pikachu, Thunderbolt!
Pika! Pika!
As you and Pikachu bond, you'll start to go out on adventures, have fun, or help other Pokemon as you spend the day with Pikachu. Alternatively, if you happen to enjoy fishing, you can join Pikachu as it spends the day fishing at different locations. As you go through the game, you can start collecting items which will appear in your room for you and Pikachu to mess around or play with. But is this game any good? Find out in The Good. I found that as you play the game, there's a lot of things you can say and do with Pikachu. Names and actions that Pikachu can understand are highlighted in red, and Pikachu can even respond to greetings such as good morning or good night. Good morning.
Pikachu!
Good night.
Pikachu! Pikachu!
If you ever need help identifying items, pressing B on the control pad will give you a description of what it is, as well as a suggestion of what Pikachu can do with it. While interactions with the game world is somewhat limited, once you leave your house, the amount of stuff you can talk to Pikachu about as well as the games you can play with it certainly make up for it. The game features different activities varying in difficulty as you complete them, and they have Pikachu doing different things such as collecting ingredients for a meal, looking after a group of the caterpillar Pokemon Caterpie, helping the tadpole Pokemon Poliwag find its siblings and get home safely, being cheeky and watering Pokemon in the Oddish evolutionary line hoping that they'll evolve or mistaking them for weird plants, hitting a piñata or searching for treasure. As well as that, as I mentioned earlier, you can also go fishing with Pikachu, telling it when to pull the line to catch a Pokemon, holding on when it's got a big one on the line, or releasing it if it's too much for it. Of course, you'll find that as you spend time fishing with Pikachu, you'll always encounter the one Pokemon that got away. The amount of things you can do in the game with Pikachu as well as your interactions with it in the environment is this game's best point. However, that's all I have for the good, so let's move on to the bad. Voice recognition isn't perfect. It still isn't today, and I found that Pikachu would either not respond to my voice or do the exact opposite of what I'd asked it to do. Here's a short excerpt of me trying to get Pikachu to buy a fishing rod from the shop. Hook. Lucky. Lucky. Lucky hook.
Pikachu! Pikachu!
No! Lucky hook. Lucky hook.
Pika!
Middle. Middle. Middle.
Pikachu! Pikachu!
No! You can already tell by my voice that this has been a very frustrating and long-winded process, and believe me, this game is full of it, especially when trying to get Pikachu to hit a piñata, and you're having to give it directions too. Left! Left! Stop! Wrong! Wrong way! Stop there! One of the activities that you get to help Pikachu with is to play a trivia game on your N64 at home. The game will run you through 10 different silhouettes of Generation 1 Pokémon that you identify by talking into the microphone. Unfortunately, as the game doesn't seem to understand some of my answers, I have yet to get a 10 in it. Here are some examples. Clefairy, Dugong, Alakazam, Jigglypuff,
Pikachu.
Also note that curveball they threw off the top of Jigglypuff too. Other than that, there really isn't much else for me to complain about with this game, so it's time I give the opinion. At the end of the day, as limited as it was compared to today's standards, Hey You Pikachu delivers an interactive experience, allowing to communicate and build a bond with Pikachu. While I loathed screaming into a microphone and having Pikachu ignore me or do something different, I did enjoy the variety of things to do with Pikachu, whether you're out on an adventure or just having Pikachu wreak havoc in your room. Admittedly, my favourite activity in the game was fishing. I'd say pick up the game only if you really want to play all of the Pokemon games out there. Just be mindful that the game did not come out in Europe, so it's not available in the PAL region. Otherwise, check out the game's spiritual sequel, Pokemon Channel, on the Nintendo GameCube, which in turn got a spiritual sequel in the Pokepark series of games on the Nintendo Wii. It's also not the last you'll see of Umbrella, as they went on to do Pokemon Dash on the DS, My Pokemon Ranch on the Wii, and finally the Pokemon Rumble games. So with that, it's time for my rating. Hey You Pikachu gets the Pikachu wearing the Santa cap from Pokemon Go out of 10. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next Infinite Backlog review. If you enjoyed today's review, feel free to check out some of our other videos and subscribe for more. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram and our Facebook page. Once again, thank you for watching.